Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, February 22, 2024 of course, and today we are looking at the economic calendar. Let's find out what's going on the Forex market today. Any overnight data? Only one, some kind of data from the Japan services PMI where worse than expectations. Actual number 52.5, previous 53.1. Those data from Japan disappoint the market participants. Speeches from the ECB supervisory board member Fernandez Bolo will take place at half past 8. Then we have some manufacturing PMI and services PMI data from France. Both of them are scheduled for release 9:15. Then data from the Germany kicks in. Manufacturing PMI, services PMI, 15 minutes later, Italian PMI, and at 10 o'clock, and there's plenty of the Italian CPI, of course, at 10 o'clock. There's plenty of this data from the Italy and from the Spain as well today, so please stay focus. At 10 o'clock we got the manufacturing PMI, composite PMI and services PMI from the whole Eurozone, and then we got another speech from the ECB supervisory board member Tuominen. Then 10:30 we got the composite PMI, manufacturing PMI and services PMI data from the UK. Manufacturing PMI data are the key events of today, together with the CPI data from the Eurozone, which are scheduled for release at 11 o'clock. During the New York session, we got the ECB monetary policy meeting minutes publication at 1:30, and at 1:30 we got the key event of today. This is the initial jobless claims from the US, together with the retail sales and core retail sales from Canada. More data from the US is coming a little bit after the announcement of the initial jobless claims. Manufacturing PMI, composite PMI and the services PMI, all of this data are scheduled for release at 3:15. And then we got the existing home sales scheduled for release at 4 o'clock, and the crude oil inventories scheduled for release at 5 o'clock. Crude oil inventories and Cushing crude oil inventories are scheduled for release at 5 o'clock. Then we have some speeches from the FOMC member Hacker, 9:15. Then we have the Fed's balance sheet, 10:15, and the retail sales and core retail sales from the New Zealand. We are going to finish the day with the FOMC member Kashkari to give a speech at 11 o'clock. So it looks like the calendar is full for today, and it's going to be a busy day for traders. So let's just switch to the next part of our analysis, to the technical part. We are going to start with the Ethereum. Why? We are going to start from the cryptocurrency code Ethereum, because just recently we've made bearish engulfing and shooting star patterns, as you can see here, when the market hit the level 3000 and even went a little bit higher. The higher level here was 3031 dollars. So the Ethereum hit this level, but then we got the shooting star, we got the pullback. We tested the technical support, which is now a very important one. Let me just point it out for you guys so you can see this. Where is my arrow? There you go. This is the level. Yeah, we pointed out recently. That's 2868, and there's a nice pin bar here. Market keeps coming up right now. Almost hit the level of 50, which is again very good, because that means, look, previously we bounced from the level of 50, last time we bounced from the level of 50, and now we are bouncing from the level of 50. This level is of course the RSI level, neutral level, that separates this positive sentiment, which is above the level of 50, from the negative sentiment, which is below the level of 50. So now the bulls are still in charge of the market. Nice bounce. We are getting towards the 150 periods moving average on a 4-hour chart, 2977. When we hit 3000, there is a big chance for the continuation of the upward move. So let's just take a look at the last thing, which is of course the price range. The price range of the recent correction. How many percent did we make? Well, it was like a 38% correction, slight pullback. It's always healthy for the uptrend, remember. That's good actually that we've done this 5% pullback. Now we are trying to resume the uptrend on the Ethereum. Is the Bitcoin doing the same? Let's just take a look at the Bitcoin, what the Bitcoin is doing right now, and it looks like again very nice reaction. You got this pin bar here. That's the pin bar I was referring to. We almost hit the technical support. The low was made at 50,612. Now we are moving higher. Some sort of the very interesting candle was made here, some kind of a pin bar candle. Nevertheless, on a 4-hour chart, this is the first attempt of the bulls to resume the upward movement. This is the second attempt. So if we break above this candle high, 51,977, then 50 periods moving average will be hit, 52,615, and then we might even approach the last swing high, which is located, let me just apply it to my chart, which is located at $53,023. So this is the next target for the bulls on the Bitcoin. We just broke below the level of 50. So after this very long bearish divergence, finally we got some movement into the negative territory. Now we are just breaking above the level of 50. So if there's a breakout to the upside, there's nice big candle to the upside, momentum will gain as well, and we will be ready to rally even higher towards new levels above $53,000. So this is the situation on the Bitcoin right now. Let's go to the currencies. Because crypto is done, we will start with euro dollar as usual, because there's plenty of data for the euro dollar for today. So what do we have here? Very nice situation for the euro dollar bulls, especially because they are testing last swing high from this week, of course, located at 1.0839. So if we break above this level, which is the wave C high, then our let's say movement to the upside will be continued. So now let me just remove the ABC, because it might evolve into the complex correction, right, to the upside. Demand zone worked beautifully. We bounced on the 100 periods moving average, which is just below the demand zone. Now the 50 and 100 periods moving average are crossing each other. Let me just highlight this, because that might be important. Maybe a little bit too big. Let me just move it here. There you go. We are pointing out that they are crossing just under the demand zone. We are still moving inside of this channel, which is a corrective channel for now. Okay, let me just remove this and place the normal line, so everyone know that this is actually a technical resistance. Right, so this is the technical resistance, 1.0839. That's the next target for the bulls. Right, so if we break above this level, the next target is supply zone. As you can see, let me just zoom out a little bit. There you go. You can see supply zone is located between 1.0888, let's say 1.0905, 1.0903. There you go. Let me just move it a little bit lower so we can see the supply zone adjustments were made. So this is the supply zone, right? So that's the next target for bulls, and we should hit this target very soon, just if we break above the level of the 1.0840. Now, from the Elliott wave point of view, what we are doing right now is some sort of the complex scenario. They call it double combo. So ABC to the upside, as you remember, was here. This looks very small, so it might not be the wave X yet. We might have instead of the wave X, wave A, wave B, and wave C, and then X, but it should look like this. If that situation here will develop much more impulsive way, right, then and only then we can change this to different Elliott wave count, which will be the impulsive count. All right, so please stay focused, because it looks like the bulls didn't say the last word just yet. Momentum positive, 67 points, still slight a room to the upside, It all looks like the market wants to move higher sooner or later and test this supply zone for us. Let me just do the screenshot for this. there you go. And now we are going for the details of the let's say British pound. Why? The British pound is again trying to move above the shooting star high. The shooting star high was made at the level of 1.2767. So if we break above this high, of course the next target is the big red line and the high of the bearish engulfing, which is at 1.2691, not that far away. Nevertheless, it still looks like the bulls are in charge of the British pound, but the British pound doesn't actually move in an impulsive way. So as I said yesterday, we are still trying to move higher, then we break below the blue line. We move higher, then we break below the blue line. If that pattern will repeat, then the bulls on the bears on the British pound will make a new low very soon. The target above the level of 1.2691 is the orange line resistance. As you can see, this line has been playing a great role in our overall analysis, despite the fact that we are still in some sort of the, let's say, congestion zone, right? And maybe there's some kind of a partial distribution that is taking place right now. Nevertheless, we are still respecting this orange trend line, as long as it's not clearly disrespected or broken or something like this, right? So please pay attention to this trend line as well. And because we got some data from the Canada, let's take a look at the Canadian dollar. So what we are doing here on the Canadian dollar is again the situation when we move to the downside. First we go up, we move to the downside, we break above the blue line, we move to the downside, break above the blue line, we move to the downside, we break above the blue line, we move to the downside, we broke above the blue line. Now we are getting lower. Technical support at 1.3506 was violated already. Now we got another technical resistance located at 1.3535, and we are crossing the 50 and 100 periods moving average with very negative momentum. So it looks like what the market wants to do is to test this level here, which is 1.3459, which is technical support. If we break below this technical support, then of course next target is 1.3412. We don't go anywhere with this setups. We don't go either higher, we don't go either lower. We still in a very limited zone, right? This zone is located roughly between, let's say, from the extremes 1.3342 to the highs at 1.3585. So it's like a 250 pips of the zone, right? And we are not doing anything here. Maybe some sort of the partial distribution is taking place right now on the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. We will know what's going on once we have the some more decisive breakout either to the upside or to the downside. What's in the background? In the background there is a big downtrend, then a bounce, and then flattening. So this flattening might not be good for the US dollar to the Canadian dollar, and we might see some sort of the downside resumption very soon, especially if there is no attempt to rally above the swing high, local swing high at 1.3585. So this is the situation, this is the technical situation for the first day. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.